they told you to be good. Your parents, your teachers, everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if right wasn't really yours? What if good was just a story? Maybe one meant to keep you. I don't know, small.
And what if the opposite? What if evil is maybe the only honest path?
Exactly. So today we're going to tear into good and evil.
Yeah.
Really question them. We're asking if maybe what we call evil is actually freedom, freedom's honest face.
Yeah, and this isn't just like abstract philosophy. We're looking at sources that show good and evil aren't fixed points. They're socially conditioned.
Conditioned, yeah. Like when you're a kid, right? You learn what's good, what's bad.
You absorb it, and it's powerful, this conditioning. But we rarely stop to really look at it.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
Think about this. A kid helps another kid who's being bullied.
Wrong.
Easy, right? That's good.
Universal good, yeah.
But what about, say, a kid who steals bread because their little sister is starving?
Oh, that gets complicated fast.
Right. We often jump straight to bad.
Yeah.
But the why behind it, it's complex. So what's that tell you?
Context matters, power matters, and definitely who gets to write the rules matters. Shapes the whole picture of what we think is moral.
And digging into that, Friedrich Nietzsche, wow. He really threw down the gauntlet in books like Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh, absolutely. He saw basically two kinds of morality playing out. First, there's what he called master morality.
Okay, master morality.
Oh,
So the powerful people.
pretty much. It's the code of the strong, the noble. They value power, self-assertion, strength. Good is what affirms their life, their power.
And bad is just weak, feeble.
Yeah, basically anything that's not strong. Think like an ancient warrior hero, or maybe even a modern CEO driving hard for success, that kind of ethos.
Okay, but that's where it gets kind of unsettling for me, because then he talks about slave morality.
Right, and this comes from the other side, the weak, the oppressed, people who can't just take power.
So they can't win by strength.
Exactly, so they don't just fight the strong, they redefine everything. Humility, kindness, pity, these become good.
But not because they're inherently good, more like tools for survival.
That's his really provocative point.
Yeah.
It challenges this whole idea of innate virtue. He called it the slave revolt in morality. The weak take what the masters value, strength, pride, and they flip it. They label it evil.
Well, so they say no to what's different, what's powerful, and that no is their, like, creative act.
That's the quote, yeah. This no is its creative deed. It's a powerful survival move. But it makes you ask, right? Could your own morals, the ones you hold dear, actually be, well, a kind of slave code dressed up as virtue?
And the engine behind this whole flip, he calls it resentiment.
Sentiment. It's more than just being resentful. It's this deep, kind of poisonous hatred of the strong.
Born from being unable to act, so it turns inward.
Precisely. It festers inside, causes suffering, and eventually fuels that whole reevaluation of values. And from that internal struggle comes moral guilt.
Ah, okay. That feeling bad for wanting what the powerful have. Or even just for being strong yourself. Because you've kind of bought into the values of the people holding you down.
You got it. You internalize their shoulds and shouldn'ts. And this idea, rejecting those external rules, asserting your own truth, it connects really well with Albert Camus.
Camus, right. The rebel.
Yeah.
So if Nietzsche kind of showed us how good can be made up.
Camus helps us maybe see evil in a different light. Rebellion for him wasn't just, violence.
It was more like a stance, a metaphysical thing.
Yeah.
Against unfairness, against these suffocating values.
Exactly. And from that angle, sometimes what gets called evil might just be honesty.
Honesty. How so?
Like refusing to bow down, refusing to pretend that suffering is somehow noble, refusing to accept guilt someone else slapped on you.
So it's about owning your own strength, your own tower, defining things for yourself.
Yes. Think about people history called evil. Socrates, corrupter of youth just for asking questions. Galileo, a heretic for saying the earth moved.
Their evil was just being true to themselves against the grain, against the dogma.
That's one way to see it, an unflinching assertion of self.
But, okay, let's be real. Taking this path, rejecting these good and evil labels everyone uses, that sounds terrifying.
Oh, it is, absolutely. It can lead to huge inner conflict, guilt,
Yeah.
maybe even being totally isolated. The world runs on these judgments. Stepping outside that, it's lonely.
Freedom is terrifying then, because if you ditch the labels, you're the one responsible for everything, for sculpting your own life.
Huge responsibility, but also immense power, right? You're not tangled in other people's nets anymore. You get to decide.
Yeah, like deciding on a career your family hates or speaking up for something unpopular. That's that scary freedom in action.
That's it, defining your own values.
So wrapping this deep dive up,
Hmm.
maybe the real takeaway is that freedom starts when you have the guts to look hard at all the moral rules, especially the ones you just inherited.
And then consciously choose your own way.
Yeah. Once you see good as just one possible story and maybe evil as the courage to say no to that story, you're not a puppet anymore. You're writing your own script.
So the big question for you listening is, what rules do you follow without thinking? And who actually taught them to you?
Maybe try this for the next week. When someone drops a good or bad on you, just pause. Ask yourself, okay, according to whose rules? And then maybe, just maybe, challenge yourself. Say something that might push their buttons, something they might see as bad or even evil, a hard truth, an opinion that isn't safe.
Ooh, risky.
Totally. Watch how they react. Fear, anger, maybe even grudging respect. Let that reaction, let it feed you. They might condemn you. They might fear you. They might whisper about you. That might just be the first step into real freedom. Maybe evil is just honesty wearing a mask, and maybe good is just the mask.